And we are live, I think. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the stream. Deadline stream for Game Week 20, the double game week. Exciting game week ahead. As you can see on screen at the minute, the current rank for Game Week 19 was the current rank at the minute is 106,000. Literally just outside the top 100k. I think I'm a point off the top 100k. So pretty good game week. I think it was a green arrow up from 25%, but now the debate is basically whether to triple captain Haaland or not. That is kind of my main concern this week. I'm still undecided. As you can see on screen at the minute, I'm currently just on captaining him. Part of me wants to triple captain him because I feel like I may not get a better opportunity to do it, especially with UCL action coming up, and obviously City's progression in the FA Cup. Obviously now they are out of the League Cup, which does mean he maybe will be rotated slightly less. But in terms of UCL and how that continues as City progress in UCL, I mean there's just a much higher chance that he will get benched. So I think whilst Man United away and Tottenham at home aren't the best options possible to have Haaland, I think if you do still have the chip, I would recommend it's you either do it this game week 20, or you do it in game week 23 where City face Arsenal and Aston Villa. And if you didn't see in my most recent video, I actually covered the data in regards to that fixture, and the data basically says that City's expected goals for game week 20 compared to game week 23 is actually better. Basically they have a higher expected goals for game week 20 than they would have for game week 23, which is actually surprising because I've seen a lot of people kind of wanting to hold on for that Aston Villa fixture. They think the Hall potential is better, but the data actually would say the opposite. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if you're still undecided on whether to triple captain Haaland or not. Obviously I've made my transfers for the week. So what we did do was we took out what did we do? Yeah, we took out Cancelo and brought in Botman, and we took out Darwin and brought in Kane. Now actually some of the recent press conference information, which kind of broke yesterday, wasn't confirmed really until today, was that Darwin had an issue and he may be out for the Brighton game. And according to Pep's press conference today, that was pretty much confirmed that he is a doubt for the Brighton game. So I think if you do have a route to Kane by selling Darwin, then I would definitely do that. So as you can see on screen, this is how the team lines up. So currently we have Kepa in nets, and then we have Trippier, Botman, Shaw, Rashford, KDB, Martinelli, Almiron, Kane, Haaland and Mitrovic. Pretty strong team on paper in my opinion. Ahmed says, hi, Darwin and Andreas for Kane and Mitoma will get Saka plus Odegaard before game week 21. Thoughts? Darwin and Andreas for Kane and Mitoma. I like that move quite a lot. I am a fan of that move, especially getting Saka and Odegaard before their double. If you could, I would actually go for Kane and Almiron if you have enough money, but if you don't have enough money, then definitely that Kane and Mitoma move is a great move, because you're getting rid of Darwin, who's a doubt for the weekend, and then Andreas, who doesn't have great fixtures in the next couple. So I'm definitely a fan of that move. It's one I would do if I was in your situation, unless you can get Almiron. I'd go for Almiron over Mitoma if you have the funds. But as you can see on screen at the minute, this is projected points for game week 20. So of course leading the projected points is Haaland with predicted points of 12 points for the fixture against United and Tottenham, and then surprisingly extremely close behind him is KDB with 11.5, and then Mahrez up there. You have Almiron too. Yeah, then definitely go for Mitoma. That sounds like a pretty strong team, but I like those moves. Is that for a -4, or are you using 2 free transfers for that? Not that it really matters, because I think, I'm not taking a -4. I'm not taking a -4 this week, because as you can see, my team doesn't really need one. I mean, the idea of going Mitrovic to 20 appealed to me, but I decided against it because it seems maybe slightly unnecessary. Like, I'm slightly forcing a move and taking a -4, which I don't really need to take. I would only really take it if you're bringing a double game week player in, like you are with Kane. Yeah, -4. Yeah, then I'd do that. I mean, the upside is a lot higher than if you were to keep Darwin and Andreas, especially with Darwin being a doubt and Andreas having a tough fixture. And I've said this to a lot of people, that it's important to make sure you have your Saka and your Odegaard and Martinelli in before Arsenal double, because I think that is going to be extremely important. So yeah, I would prioritise making sure you have a route to Saka and or Odegaard before game week 21. But they're nice moves. I like them. So yeah, as I was saying, the predicted points, we have Haaland, KDB and Mahrez all leading the top 3. I mean, Mahrez is one of those players that I will just never go back to. I've been burnt before with him, and I'll never bring him in my team again. I see a lot of people actually going for him, which I do understand to a certain extent, but in another way I don't, because he just seems like such a risk to me. He's like too much of a risk that I don't want to like play with it. I don't want to take the risk. And the thing is, pardon me, I don't really have anywhere for Mahrez to fit in there. Like, I'm happy with that team. I'm currently on the 3 premiums, and nobody in my midfield would be taken out for Mahrez. So 2 seconds, I'm just tweeting the stream out. Yeah, so I have no need for Mahrez, but if we look at the rest of the predicted points, then Foden is behind Mahrez, and Fernandes, Rashford, Kane, Son, Zaha. I was looking at making transfers for this week. Obviously Haaland, who most people already have. De Bruyne, I say a lot of people have him. I would avoid Mahrez, I'd avoid Foden. I'm not a fan of Fernandes. I think Rashford can cover what Fernandes can for a lot cheaper price. Obviously his ownership is a lot higher. I have both Cancelo and Botman. Who to play? That's a good question. That is a good question. if we look at the clean sheet odds, right? So this is the clean sheet odds for this week, game week 20. So as you can see, this is taken in consideration. The thing with Cancelo and Botman is Cancelo's minutes are a much higher risk than Botman. Botman is nailed 100%. He's going to play that Fulham game, like it's almost guaranteed. Whereas with Cancelo, I mean, we've seen that Lewis has just been starting basically consistently over him. Lewis is the number one pick in that position. So if I was deciding between whether to start Cancelo or Botman, I would start Botman 100%. I think regardless of what it says here in the clean sheet odds, I still back Spurs and United to score. I just have that feeling. I just think they will score. And also Cancelo's minute risk is just another reason why I wouldn't start him ahead of Botman. I mean, I've brought in Botman to my team. I brought in Botman to my team this week for Cancelo, so I got rid of Cancelo, brought in Botman, and Botman starts for me this week. I just think with the minute risk and the fact that, you know, Newcastle 42% chance of keeping a clean sheet. They're playing Fulham at home. I mean, obviously they have Mitrovic and Fulham have been in good form recently, but like Newcastle have just been so strong defensively, and Man City have 2 hard fixtures regardless of what the data says. And I saw a predicted lineup on Twitter where it had Ake, was it Ake, Akanji, Walker and Lewis as a back 4. So because Stones is obviously out, he's not fit for the first game, the United game, and then Cancelo isn't first choice. It looks like Lewis and Walker, Akanji and Ake are all higher chances of starting ahead of Cancelo. But the thing with Cancelo is you never actually know, the thing with Pep is you never actually know what that man is going to do, so it's hard to call. But I think based off what we've seen recently with the FA Cup against Chelsea and the League Cup against Southampton, like the League Cup against Southampton, it was almost like Pep was playing his kind of team, you know, his second team, and obviously Cancelo started that game. So that, I think that tells you a lot about where Pep sees the kind of Cancelo and Lewis debate at the minute, where he just rates Lewis a lot higher than Cancelo. And I can't see Cancelo starting that game, if I'm being honest. I just can't see it happening. Sorry, my chat did disconnect. So Darwin to Kane plus Cancelo to Ake -8, or Darwin to Tony. Darwin to Kane plus Cancelo to Ake. Darwin to Kane. I actually prefer the Darwin to Tony, so I do, because I'm not a fan of bringing in the City defender. So okay, do Darwin, Salah and Cancelo to Kane, De Bruyne and Botman, in my opinion, if you can. I would do Kane, De Bruyne and Botman. Do you think Fulham won't score? Cancelo is a good one to play now that everyone's sold him. He is like a good differential, I suppose you could say, but if he doesn't play, then he's not a good option. Like one of the arguments could be that, well, is Pep going to put in Lewis in like a Manchester United derby or a Manchester derby straight away? And I think, yeah, he probably will. I think that doesn't matter to Pep. Pep's just the type of player. If he wants to play, if he wants to play his players, he will play them no matter what the situation. Cancelo's just completely out of favour at the minute. Do you think Fulham won't score? I do think Fulham won't score. I think with how Newcastle have been recently, the form Newcastle have been in, obviously Fulham are an okay attacking team with Mitrovic. I just back Newcastle, and Newcastle are at home as well. You know, so they're at home. I think that plays a lot into it. Like Newcastle are going to be in, you know, good spirits. They're going to be still fighting for, what are they, 3rd at the minute? I just think I'd be very surprised if Newcastle didn't keep a clean sheet, and that's why I moved for Botman and brought him in. So now I have the Newcastle defence, so I am praying for the clean sheet. No problem, the man. If you are new and you're enjoying the stream, please do subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and also drop a like if you are enjoying it and finding it helpful. Let's see. Let's look at the goal score odds. So this is goal score odds for game week 20. This is taking into consideration also, you know, the double game week. So the players with stars are double game week players. So obviously at 71.5% we have Haaland, who is most likely to score in game week 20. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that. No problem, Robin. Appreciate you stopping by, bro. And then we have Mahrez. I just laugh when I see Mahrez there, bro. Like, I don't get the Mahrez hype. Like, I could be completely wrong, but I just can't see it happening. I just don't get the Mahrez hype at all. Like, I think it's because I've been burnt by him in the past that I just can't stand him. I mean, but 52%, a higher chance of scoring than Harry Kane. Like, I can't see that happening. Kane 48.5%, Rashford up there 44.5%, Foden, Son, Zaha's very high. Again, Zaha's one of those players that I would avoid personally for my team. I just don't like Zaha. Every time I've got him in, he's done awfully. Like, I don't know what to do, really. I started off the week not wanting to triple captain him, and now I just think it's the best opportunity I'm going to get, so I should triple captain him. Don't know what to do, and there's 23 minutes until the deadline. I make sure your teams are locked in, because I'm guaranteed that the servers will crash. Bench 1 out of these 8: Rashford, Odegaard, Almiron, Martinelli, Haaland, Mitro, Kane and Rodrigo. Who do Leeds play? I should know this. I don't. Who do Leeds play? Do they play Aston Villa? Yeah, they play Aston Villa tonight. That is a hard one. Is Rodrigo on penalties? I mean, Aston Villa have been okay defensively ever since Emery came in. Rashford, Odegaard, Almiron, Martinelli, Haaland. It's either between Mitro or Rodrigo for me, benching. Either Mitro or Rodrigo. Probably in terms of the clean sheet odds. Let's see. Aston Villa have a 34% chance, whereas Newcastle has a 42% chance. If Rodrigo is on penalties, I think I would start Rodrigo. I think so. If he's not on penalties, I would bench him. It's between Rodrigo or Mitro for me. Purely because Newcastle are so good defensively. Is Rodrigo a mid this year? Yeah, but could you still? Then what would you not be a 4-4-2 or a 3-4-3? I mean, it is still between Mitro and Rodrigo, isn't it? Regardless of he's a mid. I would bench. I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, based off the clean sheet odds, I would bench Mitro and start Rodrigo, personally. And I think if Rodrigo's in your team, did you bring him in this week? Like, he probably is a player you brought in because of these fixtures. I mean, Leeds away is a pretty good fixture, regardless of how good they've been defensively. Let's see. Leeds. Yeah, so Aston Villa, Brentford at home, Nottingham Forest away. I would start Rodrigo. Bench Mitro and start Rodrigo. Then Rashford, Odegaard, Almiron, Martinelli, Hallett. Yeah, the rest of that seems fine. It's between Mitro and Rodrigo, and I would bench Mitro and start Rodrigo. Decide, am I going to triple captain Haaland or not? That's not what I'm looking for. So here's the scout selection for Game Week 20. So in that it's Ederson, and then we have Trippier, obviously, Shaw, Ben Mee, surprisingly. He was one of the players I was considering. He was actually one of the players in my transfer tips video for Game Week 20, so it's good to see him up in the scout selection. De Bruyne, Zaha, Rashford, Almiron, Haaland, Kane, Martial. I mean, it's an okay team. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players from the scout selection, which is probably more than you'd like, knowing the scout selection curse. But I mean, it's a pretty strong team. You would back Brentford to get a clean sheet against Bournemouth. Obviously Martial's a doubt, and then Zaha I'm not a fan of, but apart from that, I mean, it's a strong team. Right, so there's 19 minutes until the deadline. What do I do? Do I just triple captain him? I think I just go for it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Like, the thing is with this, everybody in their granny's triple captain him. I think I'm going to triple captain him. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to triple captain him. No, am I giving into peer pressure though? Like, am I getting FOMO here? Was it a bad idea to use your wild card? Depends. Did you use it this week? It depends how many changes you made. If you were looking at like a minus, I don't know, a minus 18 to a minus 20, then no, probably not. What's good, Thomas? Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. I'm currently debating whether to triple captain Haaland or not, and I don't know what to do. I mean, everybody on Twitter seems to be triple captaining him. It's like, will there be a better opportunity than right now to triple captain him? In hindsight, there probably will have been, but like right now, the fixtures obviously aren't great, but Haaland's fully rested. Man City are looking to kick on. I mean, it might just be, what are you doing with this? Yeah, that's the thing though. That is what I've been saying, Thomas. Like, that's exactly what I've been saying. I've been saying, like, right now, Haaland has been rested in the FA Cup. He was rested for like 60 minutes in the League Cup. Did he even start against Chelsea in the Premier League? He did. Yeah, he did. But he's been fully rested the past 2 games, basically. And they're playing Man United, who Haaland scored a hat-trick against previously, and Tottenham, who concede like the majority of their chances down the middle. So I keep talking myself into it. I think I'm just going to do it. You know, I think I'm going to activate the triple captain on Haaland. Because like you said, he could be benched against Villa. If City kind of progress in the UCL and the FA Cup, lot higher chance of rotation. The data also backs up Game Week 20 as a better option based off City's expected goals. I wish I could pull the graphic up now if I could find it. I had a graphic that was in my video recently, my video yesterday. If I can find it, because it was a good graphic. Let me see. Try to pull it up. Yeah, right, I've got it. Where am I going to put this in? Wait here. Ignore this. Let me add this. Where 2 seconds. Because it's a really good graphic that actually shows Game Week 20 is better in terms of the data. Here we go. Need to resize this. Oh, it's very big. Ignore the Game Week 18 and all that, but this is, wait, I'm gonna, yeah, if I do this. So as you can see, double Game Week 23, we have Aston Villa and Arsenal, and this is Man City's expected XG against these teams. Whereas the blue is double Game Week 20, so we have Tottenham and Man United. So Tottenham and Man United combined actually is better. The XG is better than Aston Villa and Arsenal combined. So the data even backs up double game week 20 as a better option for the triple captain on Haaland. So I think I have to do it. You've activated it. Yeah, I think I might have to activate it too. You made 10 transfers. If you made 10 transfers, then the wild card's fine. I think because you basically changed your whole team. So I wouldn't stress about using the wild card then. It could pay off massively, so don't overthink it. I know. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to log in. I'm gonna have to log in the triple captain. I'm gonna do it. Wait, I'm gonna do it. 2 seconds. Shit. Oh, triple captain play. Oh, I've logged. Right, we're logged in. The triple captain's been logged in. Okay, triple captain Haaland. Oh my god, this is gonna go back to hurt me. Wait, I'm gonna put the vice captain on Kevin De Bruyne in case Haaland falls down the stairs and doesn't play tomorrow. Right, flip me. Okay, I think we're locked in. I'm thinking of captain Rashford. Scored in the last 3 league games and scored a late brace in the Carabao Cup. I understand your thinking, and I do kind of like it. Like, I do like it. Like, if we look at the goal scorer odds, Rashford is 4th. In my opinion, he should be 3rd because I don't rate Mahrez like that. So Rashford's 4th for goals, for the chances of scoring this week. I think he's a really good option. I think if you want to try and get a differential, break through ranks, if it pays off massively, then I would go for it. But I wouldn't triple captain Rashford this week. I would only maybe captain him because the City have a quite a high chance of getting a double game week in the future against Leeds and Palace, and that double game week just would appeal to me much more. But the thing is with the triple captain chip is that we always kind of like overhype kind of what it's going to do and how well we're going to do with it. Like 9 times out of 10, the people who use the triple captain chip perform best when everybody else at least expects it. Like that famous one where the guy triple captained De Bruyne and De Bruyne got like a hat trick or something, like stuff like that where like nobody else was considering it. So that's why I think like the triple captain is one of those where obviously there's an optimal time to use it, but at the same time it's never guaranteed. Like who knows what's going to happen tomorrow with Haaland, and in the Tottenham game as well. Like who knows, Haaland could get injured within the first 2 minutes of the Manchester derby, and then we're all embarrassed and is what it is. We're all devastated type thing. But I mean that's we can't predict the future. So I think we're locked in on it. Obviously it hasn't changed on there because that's just a still image before I changed the team. But I think I'm locked in on the triple captain. I think so. Like every time I keep like talking myself, like telling myself like to maybe hold it, I'm just like no, like the data. Let me see, I'll show the data again. So this is the data for Man City's projected XG. So the pink is double game week 23 against Aston Villa and Arsenal, and then the blue is this week against Tottenham and Man United. So Tottenham and Man United added together actually gives better XG than Aston Villa and Arsenal added together. And also the fact that City lost in the League Cup also reduces their chances of any possible doubles later on. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, we don't know if he's going to get injured or not. Like, he probably will. Salah to KDB for a -4 or Mount to Mahrez for -4. As much as I can't stand Mount, I would do Salah to KDB for a -4 because I just don't rate Mahrez as a great option. No, I would definitely do Salah to KDB for the -4. I like that. I think it's alright to take a hit this week. Is it worth taking a -4 for Cancelo to Ake? No, I don't really like that, if I'm being honest. It's a sideways move, but it's not a sideways move. Like, I just don't like the idea of City defenders at all. Like, if we look at the clean sheet odds, obviously they're second. Cancelo or Shaw, or even Cancelo to Botman. Like, I think people are maybe overhyping the double game week a wee bit. Like, City, 42.5% chance of keeping a clean sheet is very good. Obviously, it's second highest. But, like, they're playing Man United and Tottenham. Like, these are teams that score goals. Like, Man United have been scoring goals and Tottenham have been scoring goals, but they've also been conceding. I'm going without a City defender at all. If you look at my team, I don't have a City defender this week. Actually, this is better. Kind of a. It's better. Yeah, if you're looking for a City defender, I go Ederson, honestly. But this is my team for game week 20. That Haaland is now triple captain Haaland. But I have no City defender. I'm honestly not worried because I expect City to concede, and that's why I'm happy to go without him. Without any City defender. Obviously Stones is injured, Cancelo's is a minute risk. Lewis may be an option, but who knows, he could be rotated. I just don't like the idea of a -4 to then move to another City defender if I think they're still going to concede. I mean, you have to kind of consider, do you actually think they're going to concede? If you don't think they're going to concede, then it might be worth it. But Burn is much better than Botman as a Newcastle fan because Burn is on the left and was attacking him in the box. I mean, that's fair enough. I'm not as clued up on Newcastle players because I don't support Newcastle. What is the price difference between Botman and Burn? Is Botman cheaper or not? Let me see. Burn is slightly cheaper. Oh no, he's the same price now. So he's the same price. He was cheaper when I brought him in. Is it worth taking a -4 for another defender? Oh, see, like, I wouldn't take a -4 if I was going for a Spurs defender or a City defender. I would maybe do it if I was going for a Newcastle defender, maybe. But then I'm not a fan of taking a -4 for a player with a single game week, regardless of how good their defense is. It's a tough one. I honestly don't know what to say. Like, I don't want to tell you to do something. I honestly don't know what I'd do. I think in that situation, I would either hold or bench Cancelo, personally. I think that's what I do. I hold or bench him, depending on what your bench looks like. Yeah, what is your team, Tom? Like, give us your full team. Also, if you are new to the stream and you're enjoying it, please do subscribe and like. Helps me out a lot. Let's just go over to the main page. Follow me on Twitter at PaleFatherTed as well. We're 1 point outside the top 100k, which is frustrating, but I mean, I'm in an amazing position. I've used 2 free transfers this week. I took out Cancelo and I took out Darwin and brought in Botman and Kane. The app still seems to be working. Do I start Kepa or not? Kepa, Shaw, Trippier, Cancelo, Martinelli, De Bruyne, Almiron, Mount, Haaland, Martial. Do -4. Do a -4 Mount to Rashford. Move Mount for Rashford. If you're looking to take another -4, I'd do Mount to Rashford. I think not having Rashford this week could, obviously if you bring him in, his ownership is quite high, so you're not getting much. Yeah, it's either Darwin. I agree, Thomas. It's either Darwin or Mount out. Can you go from Darwin to Kane? If you can, then I do that. If not, then do Mount to somebody like Rashford. Yeah, I think so. Martial's also a doubt, I'm pretty sure. I think Rashford's the best Man United player. Him and Shaw are the best options you can have. I mean, a couple of weeks ago I had Shaw, Martial and Rashford all together. But Mount is just, yeah, United look good. Like Goalscorer odds, like, I don't know if you've seen this, but Rashford's 4th for Goalscorer odds this week. And obviously he has the double game week as well. Like, I think it's pretty much a no-brainer. And whilst I'm not in favour of taking -4s often, I think it's justified for a Mount to Rashford move. So I would do that. Either Mount out or Darwin out. Pope in goal, Gabriel, Shaw, Trippier in defence, Rashford, Almiron, Odegaard, Rodrigo midfield, Tony Kane and Haaland up front. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Go Cancelo to a Newcastle defender and then Darwin to Kane. I wouldn't go Cancelo to another City defender. I would avoid the City defence. If this could come back to bite me, but I would avoid City defenders. And I would especially avoid transferring a City defender to another City defender. I think you could go a City defender to someone like a Newcastle defender, or even Ben Mee, and then Darwin to Kane. That's what I do. That's what I did this week as well, and I think it's. I'm happy with the move I made. I don't have any regrets, and I didn't even look at going for another City option, if I'm being honest. Benches Ramsdale, Matoma, and Dunk. Pope and go. Yeah, that's a strong team, William. That's a strong team. Tony, Kane, and Haaland is a nice up front. Perisic on the bench as well. Double Newcastle or White or Bueno. Double Newcastle. Yeah, double Newcastle. Although Thomas might be a bit biased because he is a Newcastle fan, so bear that in mind. I'm not a Newcastle fan, but I would say double Newcastle. Like, you can see on screen that they're third best for clean sheet odds, and we know how good Newcastle's defence is. So I would double Newcastle. I think we're locked in. 4 minutes left until the deadline. Chat, what do you think about Kepa or Ward? Who do we start, Kepa or Ward? I'm going to do a quick poll. And vote on the poll to help me decide if we do Kepa or Ward. Obviously, Chelsea are top of the clean sheet odds, but Chelsea have been shocking recently. I'm a Chelsea fan. Where is Leicester? Leicester 27.5% chance. I just can see Crystal Palace scoring. Like, honestly, I can see Crystal Palace scoring. Ward, Cancelo, Trippier, me, Shaw, KDB, Saka, Rashford, Martinelli, Almiron, Haaland. That's a solid team. I like that team. Who do you have on the bench, Thomas? Yeah, I agree, Waza. I'm a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan, so I might be a bit biased. But the idea of, like, I just can't see us keeping a clean sheet against Crystal Palace, regardless if we're at home or not. And we know what Ward's like. I think I'm going to start Ward. And whatever happens, I'm not going to regret it. I just back Palace attack over Forest attack, and Chelsea's defence has been so bad too. So bench Mitro, Kinder Bueno, and Archer. I like that team a lot, Thomas. Me's a good pick. Me was actually in my Game Week 20 transfer tips. He was one of the players I recommended. Him, Mbuemo, Matoma, Botman, and somebody else. I think Odegaard as well, but Odegaard you can delay until maybe next game week. Just get them in for their double. That's what I'd say. But what else? Is there anything else I've missed? Well, this was probably. Am I triple captain on Haaland? Yeah, the triple captain Haaland is locked in. Wait, maybe I should add text. I've triple captain Haaland. This is extremely large. I need to. How do I make this smaller? Oh wait, no. Here we go. Oh. Oh, it's turned upside down now. This is not what we wanted. What is going on? Oh my. Oh wait. Here we go. Haaland triple captain unlocked. It hasn't updated on thing because that's an image, but I've locked it in. Yeah, I agree, Thomas, exactly. I do see both of them scoring, and I also see Danny Ward getting maybe more save points than Kepa. And Danny Ward's just a legend. Danny Ward has been saving my season, like literally all season. 1 minute away from the deadline. Make sure to lock in your teams. Right, I'm pretty sure we're locked in. Triple captain Haaland. What have I done? Oh no, what am I doing, man? Just go for it. Just whatever happens. Like I said before, like it never really pays off how we want it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's fun. Like, he scored a hat-trick last time against United. Like, he's going to get injured in the first 2 minutes. Like, it would not surprise me if Erling Haaland gets injured in the Man United game within the first half. I'm telling you that now. Come back to this. I can see him getting injured in the first half of that Man United game. That's it. 6:30. Locked in. We are locked in. Good luck, everybody. Oh, I feel nervous now. Oh dear. So we're locked in. That's it. Game week 20. Now all we have to do is sit and wait. An hour and a half until Aston Villa play Leeds in the first game of game week 20. I don't know if anybody will be watching that, to be fair. Maybe people that have Rodrigo, but I don't know if I'll be watching it. But yeah, we're locked in. Haaland triple captain locked in as well. The deadline is up. Some people I'm seeing not going with the triple captain. Vogel has triple captained. Raptor has triple captained. Praz hasn't triple captained. This is interesting. So Fogle to Darwin to Kane, Saka to Odegaard, and Cucurella to... Don't know about those moves personally. But I appreciate... That's probably going to do it for the stream. I don't have much else to talk about. Raid. I don't think we have enough people to raid. There's only, what, 4 people in here? I appreciate... Oh my gosh, Focal raid. Yo. Yo, Oscar, thank you so much. What the flip. I don't even know what to talk about now. I was literally about to get off. Yo, everybody, appreciate you. Hello, hello, hello. As you can see on screen, Haaland triple captain is locked in. Hello, Timo, Yash, Lucas, Willie, Pingu, Loco, Aaron, Keelan, Paul, Chris. Hope you had a good stream, Oscar. Appreciate the raid. If you are new and you don't already know, I've started making YouTube videos recently. Quite short content, obviously based on one of the best series ever, Father Ted. So if you are new, I'd appreciate a subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Appreciate everybody that's liking the stream. Vice Captain, no, that hasn't actually updated. That is actually a still image. I should try get my actual team up, but the I triple captained Haaland, and then the vice captain is on KDB, so it is. I was actually considering taking out Mitrovic and bringing in Tony, if I'm being honest, but I thought, and that would have been for a -4, but I thought that would have just been too much. I think I would have forced a move there. But I'm happy with my team. The only difference from that image is that De Bruyne is vice captain and Haaland's triple captain. And I actually started Ward ahead of Kepa. But I appreciate Martinelli or Almiron start. Probably Martinelli if I'm being honest, but Almiron's a good shout. I know, I think I should raid somebody else because I hadn't planned to stay on. Father Ted took me here. Yeah, shout out Father Ted. I appreciate everybody that's in here. Thanks again, Oscar, for the raid. It's unbelievable. I did not expect that. Why did you go Kepa over Ward? I did see him, but curious. No, I went Ward over Kepa. That screenshot is delayed. Wait, let me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get on my actual team, so there's no oh, it's not even. Wait, maybe Twitter. I'll have it on Twitter. 2 seconds. Wait, did I not tweet it out? Oh no, I didn't tweet it out. Wait. Oh, 2 seconds. So we can look at it. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, so here's the team, the final team for game week 20. So in nets we went Ward, then obviously Trippier, Shaw, Botman, Rashford, De Bruyne, Martinelli, Almiron, Kane, triple captained Haaland with the vice captain on De Bruyne and then Mitrovic. So I decided to go with Kepa on the bench in the end. Kepa or KDB, Odegaard, Rashford, Martinelli, long-term midfield thoughts. I like that midfield, especially with the Arsenal double coming up soon. I flip-flopped and have instant regret not going Ward. Yeah, the thing is, I'm a Chelsea fan, so maybe it was part bias, but Chelsea have been really bad defensively recently, and whilst I expect both teams to score, Ward has just been an absolute hero for me this season so far, so I just had to go with him. I don't know, I just had this feeling. I was on Kepa all week, and then at the last second I changed. Appreciate that, Zamini. I can't say your name right, apologies. Shad changed to Kepa at the last minute. I changed to Ward at the last minute, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if I regret it or not. My midfield is Gakpo, Salah, Rashford, Almiron, Andreas. Who should I move on next game week? I would look to bring in I am a YouTuber now, or an I am. Keelan, I would look to bring in an Arsenal midfielder for their double. Yeah, definitely make sure you have an Arsenal midfielder in, like Odegaard or Martinelli. Richie says, tell me your FPL team name is also Father Ted. My FPL team name is actually Craggy Island FC, after the famous Craggy Island football team. So yeah, that's my team name, so of course it has to be Father Ted related. I hear you're an FPL commentator now, Father. Should we all be FPL commentators now? Is that the official? No, that is the best. That is a comment from somebody that actually knows Father Ted. That is probably one of my favourite scenes out of the whole Father Ted too. Like, it's just so smart the way they did it, and it so relates to like people that are from Ireland that knows what it's like to live in Ireland. That's so funny. Fully agree with Ward. Hope you get the points. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so too. If we look, hop back over here, we were 1 point away from top 100k last game week. So fingers crossed we can get in there this week. But I don't know. You never know in FPL. Like, it changes like the weather, so it does. So, you know, I don't really know what's going to happen. But again, if you are new and you're liking the content, and you like kind of short content video, kind of similar to Oscars or Focals, if I'm being honest, I like to do kind of short videos, straight to the point, then do make sure to subscribe. Yeah, if you're not regular viewers in here from now on, then you will not get the blessing of Father Ted, and nobody wants that to not happen. So yeah, I'm loving Odegaard, to be fair. If Gakpo looks as equally threatening as Salah, I'll move Mo on. Yeah, that's the thing. We just have to wait and see with Gakpo. We just have to wait and see. I think I don't know. It's hard to say. Liverpool's attack hasn't been great. I think that may be due to injuries. But yeah, Odegaard's a great choice. Focal Rage, yeah. What county are you from? I'm from County Antrim, so probably the worst county to be from. But I'm up north actually, so I'm an imposter technically. But when you have money in your FPL bank, do you say that money was just resting in my account? Yeah, I do. I do. That's what my Twitter bio is. So it is that money was just resting in my account. Gary, is there people from where's everybody from in the chat at the minute? Because there seems to be a few Irish people, unless people from across, I don't know, different places have watched Father Ted. I feel like Father Ted is quite an Irish thing, but I don't know, maybe not. Again, let me just pull up my team just so everybody can see it. This is the game week 20 team. Locked in, triple captain on Haaland. Ward starts over Kepa, although the clean sheet odds actually has Chelsea top with 43% chance of keeping a clean sheet. Newcastle, Mayo, never been to Mayo before. I've been to Kerry, I've been to Dublin, I've been to Westport, been to Donegal. Would you rather win FPL or a Golden Cleric award? I don't know, that's a very tough question. Obviously, I'm an extremely faithful priest, so I would have to say Golden Cleric award, I think. Maybe not. Father Ted is big in the north. That's cool. Newcastle. It was big in England. Family from Belfast. I'm 30 minutes away from Belfast. England, Cheshire, Sweden. Sweden. Father Ted is very popular in Sweden. Oh, Westport's in Mayo. I didn't even know that. That is okay. I've been to Mayo then. I can't believe Father Ted's in Mayo. That's or no, Father Ted is in Sweden, not Mayo. Father Ted's in Sweden. That's actually really cool. The legacy of Father Ted lives on. But yeah, as you can see, the clean sheet odds, Chelsea are top, and then Leicester are all the way down, and I don't know, whatever that is, with 27.5% chance of keeping a clean sheet. But I still end up going for Ward in nets, which Surrey, never been to Surrey. I've never really been to anywhere like that in England. The only place I've ever been to in England is obviously London, and then I've been to Scotland and stuff like that. But I know a few people from Surrey, but when you have a bad FPL week, Cowboys Ted, a bunch of Cowboys. Yeah, exactly. Linked your stream on mine, mate, so hopefully you can get a few more viewers come your way. Good luck. Thank you, Link. I appreciate that a lot, mate. Thank you. I'm going to check out your channel once I wrap this up here. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate everybody that's in here. Again, Oscar, you're probably not here. So, again, you're probably not going to hear this, but thank you very much for the raid. It's unbelievable. Why did I do that? There we go. It's unbelievable. I did not expect it at all. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I don't really have a lot to say, so I'm just kind of like saying what's ever coming to my head at the minute, because obviously we're locked in for Gameweek 20. I'm actually not that nervous. I thought I'd be nervous, especially triple captain in Haaland, but I'm not. I'm just kind of like, whatever happens, happens. I've had a really good year so far with the team. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not overthinking my moves. I'm just, you know, this week I went Cancelo to Botman, and then I went Darwin to Kane, and for me, I think that's a good move. That was also 2 free transfers used. I mean, I'm happy with how my team looks. Still here, AirPods in, doing dinner. What are you having for dinner, Oscar? I haven't had my dinner yet, but I'm hungry. Keep up the good, appreciate it. Thank you. I will try my best. Obviously, it's hard balancing university and making content at the same time, because like a lot of people don't realize, like Oscar's videos are such high quality, but like the effort that must go in, especially for his videos, because I know how long it takes me to make mine, and they're nowhere near as good as his. Like the time and effort it actually takes to make good FPL content is a lot longer than I actually initially expected. So big respect to Oscar for that, because you know his videos are the best without a doubt. Have you watched Succession? I haven't watched Succession. At the end of the stream you should sign off with, I've had my fun and that's all that matters. Yeah, that's going to be on my gravestone. Like, I literally have had my fun and that's all that matters. But when it gets into Game Week 20 and Haaland's been injured within the first 30 minutes, I'll delete the FPL app and just go into hibernation for a few weeks. I already asked Oscar what he's making for dinner. I would much rather kick Bishop Brennan up the arse, although I've already done that, and there is photographic evidence of me kicking Bishop Brennan up the arse. Oh, let me change so we can see. So as you can see, everybody, here is a photo of me kicking Bishop Brennan up the arse. It was one of my finest moments, if I'm being honest. But kicking Bishop Brennan up the arse is much better than winning FPL, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, that's so true, Oscar, actually. Like, it's one of those things where I was debating it for ages and like never actually took the step, but once you take the step and just do it and you get everything kind of like structured, it makes it also a lot easier. But obviously I want to keep improving and keep posting and just seeing what happens. But yeah, it's gone really well so far, especially thanks to you and the raid. It's just unbelievable. I didn't expect it, so thanks a lot for that. If anybody in here has actually watched Father Ted, let me know what your favourite moment from Father Ted is, because I mean, I just love the TV. It's just so iconic. Let me see. Craggy Island FC. Is it not? It's not going to show up, is it? Wait, maybe Father Ted football match. Yeah, like, watch this episode here. To anybody that's never seen Father Ted, watch this episode here. Craggy Island versus Rugged FC. It is one of the funniest, like, comedy things I've ever seen. Like, everything about it's just perfect. And it just, like, sums up how life in Ireland is. Like, even today, it's still relevant, which is just amazing. No, I'm just a Father Ted fan, unfortunately. I wish I was on the show. That would have been cool. But the show was made way before my time. I've never watched Black Sails. Yeah, watch Father Ted tonight. My lovely, lovely horse. Oh my god. No, that is so cringe, but in like an amazing cringe way. Like, you know when something's so cringe, but it's also amazing at the same time. Yeah, I hear you're racist now, father. Is so good. See, this is the thing. This is the beauty of Father Ted, where like every moment that you guys are mentioning is just hilarious. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, there isn't many comedy, like maybe The Office, the British Office. I've never watched the American Office. The In-Betweeners, like comedies like that, where like there's just so many iconic moments that everybody can laugh at. Like, I think Father Ted's up there with that. But this is becoming a floating. This is no longer an FPL stream. This is just let's talk about Father Ted stream. Bishop Brennan charging across the Brooklyn house lawn. Let me see. Uh, this here, yeah, it's wait, is that better? No, it's still no good. Father Ted quote of the day. Wait, can we watch this? World Cup of Ted. Here's some of the finest moments for Bishop Brennan. That's so good. Am I from Newry? No, I'm not from Newry, although I have family in Newry. Do you watch FPL Sam and Lee? I don't, but I've heard of them and I need to check that out. Father Ted accepting the Cleric Award. Yeah, that is brilliant, to be fair. Oh my gosh, Albie Pickford. That is like one of the most underrated but funniest moments of the entire thing. I was actually, that's funny, I actually watched that clip last night on YouTube. It popped up in my recommended and I watched it and I forgot how funny it was. Like, it just sums up Priest so good. Like, I feel bad for anybody that's not seen Father Ted, because they're probably watching this and listening to this right now thinking like, what is this boy talking about? But go and watch it, because trust me, it's so worth it, and there's just so many funny moments in it. But yeah, wait, let me go back to my team. Just get off the Father Ted for a second. Here's the team. Yeah. I mean, I still have Reece James in my team for some reason. Like, I still have Reece injured, just sat on my bench. By the time I actually get round to taking him out, um, by the time I get round to taking him out, he'll be back. I think he's going to be back pretty soon. Well, not pretty soon, but hopefully in a few weeks. He's definitely back out training on grass, but he hasn't joined team training yet. So yeah, that's the team. Did people, like, how many people triple captained Haaland? Wait, let me do a poll. Wait, can I end this poll? Yeah. Right, vote in the poll, because I want to see how many people triple captained Haaland. You went for Rashford triple captain. Ooh. I am heading to a Chelsea game soon. I'm actually heading to the Dortmund Chelsea home game, hopefully in March. So I'll be heading to it, and I can't wait. That'll be a great game. So let's see. So the majority has actually the majority. Oh no, it's 50-50 actually. 50-50 with the poll for triple captain Haaland, which is interesting. I, based off what I could see on Twitter, it looked like a lot of people had actually triple captained him. I know Oscar has. I know Raptor has. I don't. Did Andy? Does anybody know if Andy triple captained Haaland? He probably triple captained Salah, knowing him. Who else? Who else? I saw Praz didn't triple captain him. Did you take any hits this week? I took a -8, Darwin to Kane, like that. Robbo to Shaw, like that. And Foden to Gakpo. Interesting. Foden to Gakpo's a shout. I didn't take any hits this week. Thankfully, before this week, I had 2 free transfers. So I used my 2 free transfers to go. I went Cancelo to Botman and then Darwin to Kane. And that leaves me with a bit of money in the bank. I'm not sure how much money in the bank. I think it's maybe 0.4. Andy did he? That's not a good sign for us, if I'm being honest. If Andy triple captained Haaland, then it's guaranteed he's going to get injured within the first half an hour of that City game. So it was fun while it lasted. No, like I don't. Oh no, I don't like that Andy's triple captained him. Like the Andy curse is real. Anytime Andy is triple captained Haaland has blanked or flopped. This is not good. I'm actually starting to panic now. Who knows? Like I said before, like a lot of the times the triple captain performs best when you least expect it. Like I said, I can't remember who it was that triple captain De Bruyne, and De Bruyne got like a massive haul. But like stuff like that, like I saw a tweet on Twitter, it was like expectation versus reality. Like the expectation is like Haaland and whoever and all. Every time you triple captain somebody, they'll haul, and the reality is like just blanks. And then remember that time, I think it was last season, that Dennis did he get sent off in a double game week? He like a load of people triple captained him and he got sent off, or maybe got a yellow card or something. I can't remember. But yeah, that's basically like what it is. I think we overthink the triple captain sometimes, and I think, like I said previously, the data backs up game week 20 over game week 23 based off the expected goals for City, because Tottenham and Man United, the combined XG outweighs the combined XG for that Aston Villa and Arsenal game. I wonder what Haaland's effective ownership will be. That is a good question. I do not know. It's going to be unbelievable. I'll tell you that much. It's going to be unbelievable. Yeah, Keelan, like, you didn't. I think you said you didn't triple captain Haaland. I can't remember. Or no, maybe you triple captained thingy. Who did you? Rashford, maybe you triple captain. I think it was. Yeah, I'm gonna pray for you. Amanda, I love my brick. That is another iconic Father Ted reference. I love these wee Father Ted references that like people that haven't got it won't get, or like haven't watched it won't get, but people that have like know exactly what you mean. No, the best Father Ted moment, I'm telling you now, the best Father Ted moment is when the racist episode where like they go, I think you're a racist now, Father, and then he does like the presentation and all in the, or like the PowerPoint with all the Asian people, and then he does that. Oh my god, no, this is so bad. And then they like have drinks and all in the pub, and then they end up going back and his house is just like covered with like fascist stuff that he didn't even put up. Like, no, it's so smart the way they did it. Like, I don't know, I just think it's brilliant. But yeah, back to FPL again. The data prefers game week 20. So, you know, read into that as much as you will. I'm usually not a overly kind of data driven person, especially with my FPL decisions, but this kind of just tipped me over the edge. I was against it. I was considering game week 23, but then when I saw this and saw that the data actually favoured game week 20, and the fact Haaland's fully rested after the FA Cup and League Cup, basically, I know he did come up in the league, he did come on in the League Cup, but I mean, if we wait any longer and City progress in the Champions League or the FA Cup, there's a lot higher chance that Haaland will be rotated. I said this before in Oscar's stream at lunchtime. I said I'd be extremely surprised if Haaland doesn't play 90 minutes in both games. And I would put money on the fact he starts both games, because City are going to be chasing after Arsenal like their life depend on it, because they won't want to give up that Premier League title. Like, as much as they've won it in recent years, they won't want to give it up. And especially after losing the League Cup, like they'll be hungry, or that you'd hope that they'd be hungry to come back and perform. So we just have to hope Haaland doesn't get injured. Although I've already predicted that he will get injured, so I put a curse on. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. How many subs did I have going into the stream? I haven't actually looked at my sub count, but I had 153 going in the stream. So I haven't looked at my sub count, so I don't know if the raid made any difference. I'm just glad people are in here and we can have a chat about Father Ted and FPL. That's what matters the most to me, you know, connecting with people about stuff we enjoy, because I think that's important. And FPL's, you know, it makes everything a lot more interesting. It makes the football a lot more interesting, tell you that much. Like, obviously Aston Villa and Leeds isn't the best example, but like, you know, to even slightly care about those games just makes Premier League much better. 182, oh wow, damn, we're on the road to 200. That's actually crazy. 182. Again, that's thanks to Oscar with a raid. Like, wow. I don't want to end this, but I just feel like I'm waffling now, so anything I say isn't like relevant. 182, that's crazy. To anybody that's considering making FPL content, the best thing, and Oscar said this too, the best thing to do and the hardest thing to do is just to jump straight into it. Just go for it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to learn like skills as well along with it. You're going to learn how to like time manage to get videos done in time. You're going to learn how to, you know, edit and create thumbnails. Do a poll. How long I've been doing content now? Less than a month. My first video, so the majority triple captain Haaland. Oh wait. Let me see. I'll find when I first uploaded my first FPL video. Yeah, 2/3 of people triple captain Haaland, which is interesting. My first video that I uploaded was 2 weeks ago, so I've been doing content for 2 weeks. I mean, I've got extremely lucky as well, and that's thanks to Oscar and people like Yelena and FPL Era as well on Twitter. Or Era, why did I say Era? Era on Twitter. People like that who have shown me a lot of support and pushed my channel even further. But at the same time, you know, I think my videos are good quality for just 2 weeks of 2 weeks of doing it. Obviously though, I want to keep improving. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Will. Thanks for being here. Rashford blanks and Haaland hauls, and I'm probably down 2 million, but the upside is huge. That is true. I don't think Rashford will blank though. I don't. I expect both of them to return. Rashford and Haaland will both return. I'm telling you now. I can't see them both blanking, or I can't see Rashford blanking. Like, we know Haaland loves playing United. We just know that, and we also know that Spurs concede the majority of their chances down the centre, which benefits Haaland massively. So I mean, like everything just seems perfect for Haaland to go on an absolute tear and this be the best ever triple captain there's ever been in the history of FPL. But we know that's not what FPL's like, and we know that Haaland will get injured within the first half an hour of the Man United game, and then Twitter will be an absolute meltdown, and I will never show my face again. Well, I've never shown my face, but I'll never make a video ever again. I'll just retire from FPL. My rank and points. This is my rank, 106k, 1 point away from top 100k, and total points is 1,153. And there's my Twitter as well, at FPL Father Ted, if you want to go follow it, where I'll be tweeting when I'm live and when I'm when I'm posting videos and stuff. I wonder what the possible rank game will be if Haaland only gets a 4-pointer. I wonder if live FPL have their data up yet. Probably not. No, it's updating. We'll have to wait until the FPL servers are back to see, because the effective ownership is going to be really interesting. But I've had an extremely good rank so far this season. Usually a lot of people have targets of where they kind of want to finish at the end of the season, but I don't have that kind of that target. I think if I can get in. How long have you been playing? I did triple captain Haaland. Wait 2 seconds. I'll go back to this so you can see. This is my team locked in. It's just not updated in the stream, but this is my team locked in for game week 20. So I triple captain Haaland. It just hasn't updated on the thing. How long have you been playing? It's my first season, so I've learned a lot from my stakes so far, to be honest. Yeah, this is my second season in FPL. This is only my second season. Last season, I don't know where I finished last season, if I'm being honest, but this is the best season obviously I've had so far. The lowest rank I've been so far this season was I think it was the top 25k. I was in the top 25k a few weeks ago, and then just 3 weeks before, the previous 3 weeks before the World Cup, I just got red arrow after red arrow after red arrow. So we're trying to fight back down to get in the top 100k, which is going pretty well, I think. I mean, I've got 3 green arrows in a row, maybe 4 green arrows in a row recently. But yeah, this is my team for game week 20. Triple captain Haaland, vice captain on De Bruyne, Ward in nets, kept it on the bench, even though Chelsea have the best chance of getting a clean sheet according to the bookies this week. So yeah, effective ownership will probably be 220 to 240. I agree. It's going to be it's going to be the highest effective ownership of the season, 100%. But the effective ownership confuses me, because I'm not very good at working out sometimes even when the ownership's so high, it affects your rank. You don't want him to return, but I think because I've triple captained him, I want every return I can get from him, obviously. And I think if he does return, that'll damage the people that didn't triple captain him, I think. I don't know how it works. I'm honestly not the best at that, but I just try and make the right decisions for my team and just hope it goes right. Obviously, FPL is a game with a lot of luck involved, as we know, and a lot of people are here from Oscar Fogel's stream. He was number 1 last season, and now I think he's 1 million, and that's not Oscar being a bad player. That's just a mixture of luck and unlucky decisions, majority unlucky decisions, and then some bad decisions, obviously, but that's in hindsight. He's not deliberately making bad decisions, they just didn't pay off. Whereas I've had quite lucky decisions, and maybe I don't think I'm ever going to get number 1, but who knows? But it doesn't mean, because he's 1 million this season, doesn't mean he's a bad player, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of luck is involved. I started Bueno this week, not too confident in Newcastle's clean sheet, so held off and bringing Botman. Mitrovic is... I know, and you say that, but then we see 42% chance of keeping a clean sheet for Newcastle, the 3rd highest, and I also brought in Botman this week. So as somebody that brought in Botman for Cancelo, I'm praying, absolutely praying, that they keep a clean sheet. Am I the only do nothing for game week 20? I think, am I the only one who did nothing for game week 20? To be fair, I feel like the only person that didn't take a minus, or didn't take a hit for game week 20. I used 2 free transfers, and that was me done with my transfers. I see people taking -8s, -4s, -12s. I just never considered that, and I feel like I have FOMO because I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I should have took a hit. Is there players in my team, or is there players not in my team that I should have in my team? But on paper, when I look at my team there, I think that's a strong team. I like the look of that team, and I feel confident with that team. I mean, there isn't really anything I'd change. I mean, in an ideal world, if I could, and I did consider this, I did consider taking out a -4 to go Mitrovic to Tony. But then, I don't know. Mitrovic, like you said, is Mitrovic. And he's on penalties, and who knows, he probably will score against Newcastle, and I'll be very annoyed. But I mean, I'm happy with my team, and I like my team, and I think it sets me up well as well for the next couple of game weeks, because eventually I do want to get Odegaard in, because I think having I only have 2 Arsenal players at the minute. White is on my bench, so I want to bring in a third, and that will be Odegaard. I just need to figure out a way to get him, but definitely prioritise getting Arsenal assets in for game week. Is it 21 or 22 they double? I'm not sure, but whatever game week they double, make sure you get in players, get in Odegaard especially for that, because he's been in great form recently. Will you be moving Kip on next week? Honestly, I haven't even considered moving Kip on. Regardless of how bad Chelsea are, and as much as it pains me that they're so bad, I haven't actually considered moving him on. Although I know that their fixtures aren't good, because I'm pretty sure they play Liverpool next week. Then we play Fulham again at home, and then West Ham and the Southampton and the Spurs. I mean, I could move him on, but I don't know who to move him on to. Like maybe Pope, but then I'm already tripled up on Newcastle, which is an issue. Or I could just keep playing Danny Ward and just whatever he gets me. Or maybe Sanchez, Brentford Sanchez would be a good option, because they have some good fixtures coming up. So they do. So Kepa, Bueno, Botman, Trippier, Martinelli, Rashford, Salah, KDB, Haaland, Wilson, Mitrovic. Ramsdale's a shout. Yeah, maybe Ramsdale actually. That's a good shout. Ramsdale. Kepa, Bueno, Botman, Trippier, Martinelli, Rashford, Salah, KDB, Haaland. That's a nice team. Yeah, it's interesting. You maybe could have gone for, I don't know if you could have gone for Kane or not. But to be fair, if you didn't make any moves, I mean, the thing is, like, we're all basically got the same team. Like, everybody seems to be template, and a team like that could actually perform better than a team like mine this week. So it's hard to call. But what time is it? It's just after 7. I'm gonna have to end the stream here because I have to go and get something to eat. Pardon me. But again, I appreciate everybody that's in the stream, and thank everybody for joining Oscar's raid. And again, thanks very much to FPL Focal for the raid. Did not expect it at all, but it means so much to see so much support so soon after starting FPL content. So I appreciate everybody that's joined the stream. I don't know if there's anybody live we can raid, but I would recommend going and watching Raptor stream, because I think he streams for quite a while after the deadline, and he seems to be in a shirt this weekend, so he's looking dapper. So yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Keelan. Hope you tune in again at some point. I will be uploading my transfer tips video for Game Week 21 probably on Monday or Tuesday, so make sure to check that out. I will tweet when that goes live, so make sure to follow me on Twitter at FPLFatherTed. And if you did enjoy the stream, please do like it, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see some of you in the next one. If not, I understand. But again, thanks everybody that stopped by. Thanks Oscar if you're still here.